Hello, Namaste. This is Sheshachalam from Astro Guide Mysore. Today is Sunday, and I was just thinking that I should address one of the most important things as an astrologer I face when I talk to my clients. I have, it becomes more a counseling session in certain cases rather than an astrological session. Though we are trying to counsel the native through astrological methodologies, understand the native through the astrological tenets, the rules as to where the planet is, how this person is getting affected. Why I am trying to tell you this is that most of the people today do not practice a normal lifestyle. Maybe there are a lot of demand, because of their job. The job demands that they have to be up at night. They have to, sometimes people have shifts like Australian shift. They will have to get up very early in the morning, because Australia is somewhere around, 5.5, 6 hours early to us. So they'll have to get up early in the morning. And if some people are having some Chicago shift or some, let us say, Californian shift, I talk to people who have this shift. They are like the whole night they are up. So what actually happens in our body? Our body, the liver, which actually is like a clock in our body, the basal metabolic rate and the body mass index are linked together with one thing which is known as the biological clock. And this biological clock should not be misunderstood with only, hunger. If you eat well, that means your clock is fine, it's going to sleep. No. The biological clock is when your heartbeat starts pumping good amount of blood to your brain and to your body, and your body becomes warm by a small notch of Celsius of temperature. That is, when we use this, you can take your temperature and see this. You can test this scientifically. You will understand that only when you get a sleeping pulse, you get sleep. You don't just get sleep whenever you want. If people are suffering from sleeplessness, that is because of the anxiety which is triggering toxins in the body, which is actually coming out of many hormonal mixes. It's like a cocktail, it's like a concoction of hormones which are not balanced, imbalance. Because of that imbalance, what will happen is the person will not be able to sleep at a given time. He will keep, the practice of not sleeping at a given hour starts increasing as the teenage, at the teenage, and then it starts slowly becoming a practice. And by the time he is working, though he is having a day shift, let us say from 8 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening, this person cannot sleep till 1 in the night. So there are many people who force themselves, they go to the bed at 12 o'clock, but they are not able to get sleep. They lie down there, eyes wide open, seeing the ceiling. Most of the times they love their ceiling. Better, paint the ceiling, because they interact with the ceiling only. They can't do anything else there, because it's a family life. You cannot keep awake. So many are there who have developed the habit of watching a movie, watching something, browsing, reading, listening to music, doing activities at that particular hour of time. So my talk today is purely to those people who cannot sleep on time. And what actually is happening, as uh, in certain novels we come across, these are the gray cells, the little gray cells, as Hercule Poirot, the hero or the detective who has been, actually, what we tell is that it has been formulated. She has written it. Agatha Christie, she has given birth to one of the detectives who is very famous in her novels, Hercule Poirot. And this particular person keeps using these words because I love that particular novels. I have read those novels when I was in teenage. So he tells this: little gray cells don't work if they don't have peace of mind. We need peace of mind, harmony. So the little gray cells are referred to the neurons, which actually are having our memory capacity. We keep seeing something, it goes into our brain. We hear something, it goes into our brain. Every interaction of our senses, all the panchendriyas, the sight, the smell, the taste, the touch, the sight, the smell, the taste, the touch, and the sound. All these five simply seep into us 24 bar 7. Only when we are deep sleep, we lose these senses. We lose these senses, that if anybody is talking around us, we don't know what has happened around us. That is, we have gone to the sushupta avastha, we have simply gone to samadhi. But is this sleep really there, that we really are getting this type of deep sleep which actually gives us rest? So let us understand what actually happens inside. Scientifically, when a person sleeps in a deep sleep state, let us say for 4 to 6 hours at night, at a stretch, the subconscious mind becomes a little activated. It is given some exercise. It gives you dreams, then it goes back to sleep. The subconscious also sleeps. So because the conscious mind is like the upper layer of ocean, having lot of waves, dust, dirty particles, most of the life happens there, and it is not clear. So then below you have the unshaking subconscious. So this subconscious actually is, below that subconscious we have our memory, our layers of cognition, whatever we have learned and what we are. So if we are not sleeping well, we will not be able to go down there and start rearranging whatever we have. So I give an example usually to many of my clients and many of people who come to me. I give an example that, can you get up and go inside my house in the kitchen and prepare tea? It's difficult for anybody to simply walk into somebody's kitchen and prepare tea. Why? Because they don't know what it is, what is. So the same thing will have happened in their own kitchen if you don't arrange things well. Every time you go into the kitchen, you will feel like, where did I keep the sugar? Where is the teapot? Where is the stove? Where is the lighter? What to do now? Where is water? How can I? So everything, if you are able to, if you are doing like this, that means people will think that you are abnormal. So most of our lives we are acting like this in our offices. We do not know how to communicate with our closest relations. We become anger stricken. We are like upset. We think that, leave me alone, I want freedom. So leave me alone, I want freedom is not because you really want freedom. It is because you cannot handle relationships. Think about this. People are tending to live alone or run away from relationships only because they are not able to handle them. You can handle relationships if you have peace of mind. And the first step to peace of mind and the first step to cognition is fantastic sleep, deep sleep. 8 hours of minimum sleep. A normal person requires that sleep. And you can tell that 8 hours I'll be wasting so much time. I don't have that much time. Then please change your lifestyle. Or else sit and meditate for 2 hours at least, continuously. So I have, when I started meditating and my Guruji started teaching me, he gave me some tips on meditation. The tips were simple. So what he told is that if you keep meditating for a year or so, then you will start getting, to understand what your body actually does with the meditation and what the meditation does to your body. So how the link happens, mutual link between the meditation what we do and the internal body and how it feels. What actually happens is, if we do real good deep meditation for 2 hours, it will take care of 4 hours of our sleep. So that means 2 hours of meditation is enough and 4 hours of normal sleep is enough. But the problem is, can you do 2 hours of meditation? I have seen many of my clients can't even close their eyes and sit. They are afraid. There is a phobia. They can't sit at a place. They physically, without closing their eyes also, they cannot sit at a place. Forget chanting something or simply sitting and doing some breathing. So let me teach you, as I have written, Omkar. This is Hindi's syllables of Hindi. U and You can see this is a part of A, this is the part of U, and that is the Ankara. Is Anunasika, it comes from your nose and from inside. Something like that. So, these three syllables have been researched in depth by many foreign universities because they wanted to know if this particular chanting of Om really works. And many universities and many theologies or theologists abroad or philosophers abroad have accepted that this is a universal sound, and this sound really works very well in containing our brain into a peaceful state. So let me chant three times so that it will be helpful to make you understand how you people will chant. And I will tell you chant Om, or you just sit and do the meditation what I teach you for at least a 48 day span early in the morning, and this has to be done just before sunrise or at the time of sunrise, wherever you are in the world. If your sunrise is happening at 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes it happens in Australia, sometimes in subtropical regions of the, above the Tropic of Cancer or below the Tropic of Capricorn. The timing of sunrise would be early in the morning or late in the morning sometimes. But I need you to understand that this has to be done an hour before sunrise or at the time of sunrise, not after that. So if you do this, let us say you chant it 108 times. You don't have to shout loud, you don't have to put too much of stress. You do it as much as you can. It's not that you have to match with me or you can overdo and you can tell that I can do better than Guruji, I can achieve better. So nothing like that. You do it as much as you can, and you will feel that this vibration will really soothe your tensions and on anxiety. And as days progress, it is a progressive healing system. This is also one of the systems which is used in the auto suggestive therapy, AST, auto suggestive therapy. So let me do it three times for you. So when you tell the ah will come from your stomach, it will from the adhara, that is down below. It actually vibrates and will vibrate the whole body, and will vibrate your bones. So when we tell the teeth will have just touched as though they are not touching. So this particular chanting for 108 times continuously will help a lot. So this is an excellent meditation, and people who cannot do it 108 times, the warm up is also required. Sometimes for people to do this, warm up is required because they need to come into the framework of breathing. So the best warm up is that as though you feel that there's a candle, 4 feet away from you, and you are blowing it. So the spurt of air which comes through, when it's actually as blowing a balloon. It's blowing out a candle. So if you do this exercise for 10-15 times, you will feel the blood rush everywhere in your body. You'll become warm, and then you can do the Omkar. And for people who actually want the Panchakshari mantra or the Sharakshari mantra, that is Ashtakshari mantra. Panchakshari mantra is Om Namah Shivaya, and the Ashtakshari mantra is Om Namo Narayanaya. So this also I will chant thrice, so that you will understand how actually it will work when you do the meditation. Some people would have belief in these because the Vedic system actually believes in this, and these particular vibrations which are coming out from these words do not belong to any religion, do not belong to any god, do not belong to any forum. This has vibration, this has energy. So please do not attach these meditations to any religion or any caste or creed. So that would not be correct. Okay? So let me chant Om Namo Narayanaya for you 3 times, so that you can practice. And I would want you people to, reflect back your comments with regard to your practices with this meditation. And I would want more comments like what actually you felt, so that I can improvise and I can also guide you further. And if I don't know, I will learn it from my guru, and then I'll transfer it through my videos, because everybody don't do their videos. So I don't have any problem going and learning higher meditation practices and teaching it here on in Sunday special classes. So Om Namo Narayanaya for you now. This is the Ashtakshari mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya. So 8. Okay. Om Namo Narayanaya. Namo Narayanaya. Namo Narayanaya. There has been research in this particular mantra which is so beautiful that it brings back the vibrations of a person who is having too much of mental activity, what we call as people who have attention deficiency, people who are over what we call as people who can't get distracted very fast, they can't focus, can't concentrate. So there are 3 types of alpha, beta and gamma. These are the way vibrations, and this one thing is in alpha, which is very soft and subtle. Om Namo Narayana is a fantastic meditation for people to settle down and be harmonious, be calm, cool down. This is a fantastic cool down meditation. 108 times would give fantastic, fabulous results, no doubt. You do 108 Om and 108 Om Namo Narayana, I think you will have done your meditation for the day. So now Om Namah Shivaya, you can understand I went down like Om Namo. So Namo was Na, it was not Namo, it was Namo Narayanaya. So Narayanaya. So that is how it has to come. I have practicing this for many years. My Guruji has taught me from his experience. So I would not want to contemplate on how people chant this in their own ashrams or in their own sects or community. So this is how my Guruji has taught it, and I feel very good with this meditation, and that's why I am giving it to you people. So the Panchakshari mantra of Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. You can see in this mantra that it is flat. Om comes from below, it it just creates a small wave. Om Namah Shivaya. So it's like just a smooth thing. So this mantra is an excellent mantra to be, you can chant when you're having bath. You can chant when you feel, anger, irritation, or you feel the palpitation. So my voice also has gone down now. The vigor what I was talking earlier, after the chanting I became softer. So this happens to everybody. So the vigor in which my voice is really loud. I keep getting a lot of people telling, from where do you get this sound? This sound comes because of this chanting. So when we see great masters performing yoga, people keep asking how that hissing noise comes when he breathes out. Why does it not come to us? It is because of his practice. So I could get it only after a lot number of years of practice. Like when I do the breathing, so that's coming because of the practice. So it doesn't come to everybody at the start of the day. So it will take a lot of time to develop that lung capacity, and that voice modulation will also happen along with the chanting. So chanting is one of the best ways to put all our unnecessary vibrations and make them positive. So refocus, reconstitute our day, and then start going into it with force. So what will happen is, it's like all the light rays coming into one thick beam of light rays, which becomes laser. Laser is effective than the simple normal light. So laser will have a lot of bombarding effect. It has focus, it has concentration, and it has effect. It is very effective. So the same way the brain has to focus on something, then we need to do the meditation perfectly. And I would want you people to do it particularly at the time of sunrise, just before sunrise. And if people cannot do it, I can understand that some people cannot get up at sunrise and they have a little difficulty to it. And before they start getting up at sunrise, let them practice at the time of sunset. So at least at sunset, they will not be sleeping or doing anything which is so important. If they are not doing it, then this is more important, because you have to think about your health, your mental health, your physical, capability, because that is very important. People have forgotten about their, themselves. They are only like it's running, running, and running. How many more days should we run without knowing where we are going? It's like Earth is a third rock from sun. That's what it's a comic reference with regard to where we are going. We don't know where we are going. Where the solar system is going, we don't know where the solar system. The whole solar system itself doesn't know where actually it's going to end up. And we are, it's like Anu Renu Truna Kashta. We are not even that. We are not even Kashta. Kashta is a grass, stick, dry stick. In that also, in Bhagavad Gita, it's told that even without the command of the great Almighty, even a small blade of grass will not shake. The wind has to blow, and the wind will blow because the Almighty will create the wave for the wind. This is how they have perceived it. I don't know where the Almighty is sitting and blowing the wind. I don't know that. But still, we will not go into those unnecessary philosophical, which is other than science. We'll stick to our scientific way of thinking, and this is good for us, because as a person, as a personality, this will hone our skills. This will give us a better way of life. We will understand ourselves better. So yes.
Om Namah Shivaya is Panchakshara Shatakshara.
Panchakshara. Om Namah Shivaya.
Then Narayana also changes it.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Ashtakshara. So Panchakshara. Om Namah Shivaya.
So Nama is
Namah Shivaya. It is Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Panchakshara. So this is Panchakshari and that is Ashtakshari mantra. So this, I think this video has helped you people in understanding how to, you know, put ourselves into a better position in our lives, because we are a very important part of our life, our relationships. We are in the center, no? We are always like self-centered people, no? We are in the center. What is my mother to me? What is my father to me? What is my children to me? What is my wife to me? Or what is my husband to me? What are my brothers to me? What are my sisters to me? What are my cousins to me? What are my friends to me? What are my colleagues to me? So what is this world to me? The other way around. Who am I to them? Who am I to my friends? What am I doing in this world? Why am I here actually? So, this is like radiation. We are not like this now, we will become like this. We will start trying to do something for everything which is around us. So, we will start understanding, recognizing this Vasudeva Kutumbakam. So, we will start understanding that everything is me and me is everything. It's a fantastic concept. Let me come to that concept another day. Thank you very much for today's class.